Welcome back to the Sands Show. Tori Sands here, joined with my panel here at the Sands Show. Of course, Ms. Diamond, Cyrus King, Zonus, Geronimo, and C. Hall. Before we actually cut to a break, I want to say something right quick. I know we were talking to Lisa on her email that she sent us, but JD, I wanted to give you some information here. Did you guys know that between the age of 14 and 49 years of age, men are the ones that are giving it to females for the herpes? Yeah, because I know that you said that you contracted that from your wife.
Wife,
yeah,
yes.
And she's been cheating on you, of course. And 1 in 6 in the United States, of course, has genital herpes. Mm-hmm. It's interesting. Of course, Center for Disease Control is the number. Is the place that you need to contact, of course, at 1-800-232-4636. That's 1-800-232-4636. And it's just crazy. Between 14 and 49. And of course, you guys know that you guys out there doing whatever you want to do, and you bring it back to your girlfriends. And of course, if it's guy going to girl, just imagine how quick you can get it, even if you're gay. So it's crazy. I also want to say to Lisa, why does someone stay in an abusive relationship? Of course, the facts are there are many reasons a person that may not feel ready or able to leave an abusive relationship. One could be a fear of physical danger to self or children, and you already explained that in your email that you don't want anything to happen. Of course, fear of reduced standard of living, like a loss of home or possessions, fear of losing income or job, fear of losing a partner or losing a relationship. Trust me, you're 43 years old, you're still young. There's no reason in the world that you could think that you're not going to meet another guy. I'm just saying, like, if he's not willing to change the situation from the drinking, and he knows that he's abusive, or maybe he doesn't know, like Ms. Diamond said, film him. But if he's abusive when he drinks, then maybe you need to get out of it, because if he's not trying to get any help for that, then nobody can help him but himself. And Geronimo, I know before we got cut to the break, you had something to say about that too.
Yes, okay, now, he's a wonderful guy when he's sober. Most alcoholics are. I love what Miss Diamond said about secretly taping him and showing it. But question for you. Was he a drinker when you met him? Or is this something new and recent that he's just started developing over your 12-year marriage?
Yes.
Over your 12-year marriage, is this something that developed over that time? Is he working right now? Does he have any friends? What's going on with his family? There's all sorts of factors that, we don't know, because we only know what you put in the email and sent to us. So if you want, email us back. Let us know more details, and maybe we can figure out things and help you, get things figured out yourself. But he himself, exactly what you said, show him who he is. Put a mirror on his butt.
Yeah. And if that doesn't work, you really need to consider yourself, your feelings, your children.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
JD as well. Both of you, JD and the one we were responding to, Lisa.
Yeah.
You honestly, this is my problem. In life, you give too much of yourself to other people. Mm-hmm. And I'm not trying to say in any selfish way, think about yourself, but it's time to stop being so giving and start to worry. It's time to start worrying about yourself, because in the end, you work so hard all for nothing, and you don't get anything out of it, and you end up losing this person. You lost yourself completely in trying to help this person become somebody they were never meant to be in the first place, because you should have let it go a long time ago. Things are not meant to be. Take things as signs. Take certain situations in signs.
You don't want your family to lose you to death.
No.
Death is serious. Abuse is serious. I had a friend who was my cousin, of course. She was my best friend, and she was killed by her abuser. I was 17, she was 16. She was murdered. So, it's serious. It's real. It can happen. And a lot of people, tend to want to display their relationships as perfect. Oh, my husband is this, or my wife is this, but it's real behind closed doors. You never know what people are going through.
Look at
and, lo and behold, your family will not know exactly what's going on with you if you don't tell them, or, you don't explain to them. But you have to do it in the right manner. You don't want to just go to your family and say, hey, he's drinking and he's turned into this monster. They're gonna turn to the defense, and they're gonna be angry. So I think he needs to seek some type of AA counseling. Go with him, tell him you're supporting him if you love him, if that's what you really want to do, and stay in a relationship. But death is really serious when it comes to abuse, and it's not nothing to play with.
On that note too, people fail to realize is that other people's environment, we don't ask questions. We don't question other human beings because we think that it's just going to be okay. And that's, you know, where a lot of things fall just dead flat because we don't question, because we're too afraid, because we think we're going to lose that person. No. When you first meet a person, this is where you need to know. You need to know AA, BB, and CC. You know, you need to know what's going on. And you need to know a person's background. And I'm not saying go out there and go on Intellis.com and do a background check. But I'm just saying. Right. But I'm just saying, just pretty much, just know what you're getting into before you get into it. You know, because there are a lot of things out there to tell you. And like you said, hurt people.
It tends to hurt people.
And also, often children witnessing abuse blame themselves for problems occurring in the family. And of course, many children are seriously injured or killed each year in an attempt to intervene to protect the parent.
Yes.
Growing up in an abusive environment, of course, a child learned that violence is an effective tool and an acceptable way to interact with others. So you have to understand that too.
Well.
Yeah.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
They really do.
Yeah, and speaking of
At a certain age, they make a decision.
And in therapy, it's $3 to $5 billion is spent, of course, annually to treat victims of domestic violence. So that's pretty crazy.
Once you start getting beat on, you really lose sight of yourself. You don't even think of yourself as a person anymore. You start to think of yourself as like a creature, or somebody who needs to survive by being around this person only for a little bit of time, just to get your ass whooped and then come right back and do it again.
And you know, and I hate to get on a religious aspect, but T.D. Jakes talked in this book, Repossession of Your Life, meaning like he talked about your environment. Your environment speaks a lot about the person. And he said that pretty much, if a person, and this is hypothetical, if a person is in jail for X amount of years, he gets out, he's going to end right back up in jail because of his environment, because he's going right back to that person, right back to that place that put him in jail. So that's just like a pedophile, or that's just like a person that's a sex offender, or anything that's just like, you know, a person that is an abuser. If they put you in that place, that's all they know. You know, and that's pretty much how it goes. Your environment speaks a lot.
Yeah, you don't seek therapy for one thing and then go back to that situation. So if you are an alcoholic, you don't go back to the bars. It's kind of, you know.
And pretty much they do.
Okay. Well, hey, can I just say this? Women's shelters, of course, in Michigan, we got a lot of Michigan viewers. We offer, of course, free, well, it's not us, but women's shelters in Michigan offer free confidential services to victims of domestic violence, child abuse, rape, incest, assault, robbery, elder abuse, and homicide.
Elder
program.
abuse.
Yeah, definitely.
We should definitely, because elder abuse is something that does not get talked about.
Yeah. Well, the Women's Shelters in Michigan program offers 24-hour victim services, 24 hours crisis intervention, support information, and referrals. Advocacy and court appointment, of course, to victims and their families. You can definitely check them out at National Sexual Assault Hotline. That's 1-800-656-4673. That's 1-800-656-4673. And of course, I wanted to say something too about Can't Stop the Serenity. There are 37 registered cities for Can'tStopTheSerenity.com. And Michigan isn't one of them. But Michigan's not one of them. So all of our Michiganders, definitely, if you see this video, make sure you register at Can'tStopTheSerenity.com. Of course, we'll have a link down at the bottom of this video. And this is something that we need to continue the conversation about, because it's very important that we stress this. And also the National Domestic Violence Hotline. We'll be right back with more. We're going to talk about the survey I gave you guys just before the show. Be right back here at The SanzSHO.